and we want to present to you also potential drivers and obstacle. So let us introduce ourselves. For me, my name is Raudhatun Zakirah.
My name is Salsabila.
And my name is Habib Fallon.
So we are going next. So this is our agenda, what we want to present today. So the next one is, what are supply chain drivers? Actually, supply chain drivers are the key elements that determine how well a supply chain performs. They influence two main outcomes. The first one, how efficiently the supply chains operate, or we make the low cost, and also how responsive it is to customer needs. So we have 6 primary drivers are. The first one is facilities, the second one is inventories, transportation, information, searching, and pricing. So this is the framework of structuring drivers, as you can see in here. So the next one.
And this is the facilities. So facilities are the physical location where goods are produced, assembled, and stored in the supply chain, such as factories, warehouse, distribution centers, and cross-docking facilities. The role of facilities in supply chain, the first is determine the production capacity and distribution speed, and the second there is affects operational cost. Of course, it's more near, it will be more cheaper. And then the last is becomes the primary point of movement and storage of goods. And this is the facilities, key roles, and decision. So the key roles and decision is having multiple facilities makes the supply chain more responsive because they are located closer to customers. Conversely, having fewer facilities makes operation more efficient and cost lower. And the important decision is the first location, of course, the central or maybe near customer. And the second is capacity is if large capacity is efficient, but small capacity is more flexible. And then production method, so product focus or process focus. And then the last is warehousing method, so SKU storage, job lot storage, and cross-docking. And the next is inventory. So inventory is the stock of goods in a supply chain. Inventory includes raw material, work in process, and finished good. Why is inventory important? Because the first is maintaining supply when demand increase, and the second there is affect storage cost and order fulfillment times, and the last is provides a buffer for demand uncertainty. And then the inventory type, the first there is the cycle inventory, is stock to meet daily demand, and then the second there is safety inventory, is reserve stock for uncertainties, and the last is seasonal inventory, is stock for seasonal demand, like maybe for example like a trend. If in a winter country the winter jacket will be increased, the demand will be increased. Yeah. And then there is the type of inventory is having a large inventory allows companies to meet demand more quickly, but it also increases storage costs. Conversely, having a small inventory can save costs, but increases the risk of stock outs. And then the next there is transportation. So transportation is the process of moving goods from one point to another in the supply chain. The role of transportation in the supply chain, the first is determines lead time, like the delivery speed, and then affects distribution cost, and then the last is helps connect facilities, suppliers, and customers. And this is the mode of transportation. There is truck, rail, ship, water, pipeline, and etc. And truck, of course, is flexible, fast, and short to medium distance. And rail is large capacity, low cost, and long distance. And then ship is the cheapest, but it's very slow. And water is fastest, but very high cost. And the pipeline is only for liquids or gases and stable cost. And this is the track of transportation. So the first is fast transportation is more responsive but expensive, and slow transportation is more efficient but it takes longer time. And the main decision is the first mode selection and route determination, and the last is in-house or outsourced. 3 P.M.
And the next one, we move on to the information. So information refers to the data and analysis related to the inventory, transportation, and also facilities throughout the entire supply chain. The role in the competitive strategy is potentially become the biggest driver of supply chain performance and also serve as the connection between the various stages in the supply chain. While for the role in the supply chain, its a unique advantages of information is that it allows the supply chain to become more efficient and also more responsive at the same time. And for the key decision related to information, it includes first one is choosing between a push MRP versus a pull system. So where pull involves quickly transmitting demand information throughout the supply chain. And the second one is determining the appropriate level of coordination and information sharing, and also executing forecasting and also aggregating planning. And also implementing enabling technologies such as EDI, the Internet ERP system, and also supply chain management software. Next, we have sourcing. So sourcing refers to specific function a firm performs internally versus the function that are outsourced. More broadly, it is the set of a business process required to purchase goods and services within a supply chain. So the role in the competitive strategy is sourcing decisions are critical because they directly affect the level of efficiency and responsiveness in the supply chain. While for the supply chain, sourcing involves essential activities such as supply selection, deciding whether to use single or the multiple supplier, and also contract negotiation. And the last, we have the component of decision. The first one is in-house versus outsourced decision, and also supplier evaluation and selection, the procurement process, and also the overall that of insourcing is aimed at maximizing supply chain profit. Last one, we have pricing. So price associated with the goods and service provided by a firm. In a supply chain context, it determines the amount of charge to customer. And in a competitive strategy, the role is to utilizing optimal pricing strategy can help firm to improve both efficiency and also responsiveness. While in the supply chain, the role is to intentionally utilizing the match demand and supply. And the decision related to pricing include the first one is considering pricing in relation to economics of scale, and also choosing between everyday low pricing versus high low pricing, and also deciding between fixed price versus the menu pricing. And the last one is the ultimate goal of the overall trade-off in pricing is to increase the firm profit.
So the next one we have two obstacles to achieve it. The first one we have increasing variety of products, and also we need to decreasing product life cycles, and also increasingly demand customer. And also we have another one is fragmentation of supply chain ownership, globalization, and difficulty executing new strategies. And in here we have the case study about supply chain drivers and obstacles. The first one we have supply chain drivers comes from Unilever. Unilever operates in multi-country and use key supply chain drivers such as facility, inventory, and transformation and information to ensure product availability. And also the company places production facilities close to market, maintains sufficient inventory for fast-moving goods, and use sales data to forecast demand. This approach makes Unilever supply chain highly responsive to customer needs, although it increases operational costs. And for the obstacle to achieve strategic fit, we have from Zara. Zara faces major obstacle in achieve strategic fit due to high demand, uncertainty, rapid fashion trends, and increasing products variety. The company must balance fast production and delivery with cost efficiency. Although Zara use responsive supply chains with frequent product updates, the complexity of global operation and high logistic costs remain significant challenge. And this is a reference that we take. And that's all for us. Thank you so much.